How's everybody?
Tyson, you had a lot of family and friends in the stands today. How are you dealing with the pressure or even just the emotion of having your first career start today?
I feel like I dealt with it good. I felt like I had the team, my family, kind of really rallied behind me, gave me a lot of support this week, which I think gave me all the confidence in the world to go, do what we did today.
Were you nervous today?
Yeah.
Was there a point at which you weren't anymore? Were you kind of?
Yeah, I feel like I settled in after the first snap. Really, I feel like I feel really nervous the whole week until we get on the field for pregame, and then it usually goes away. But just like any week, there was some nerves.
Tyson, I asked you last week. I said, if you're moving forward, if you're a QB1, how confident were you leading this team to victory? You looked me dead in the face and said, "I'm very confident." Where did that come from, and what did you do today to build up to do that?
I feel like I've played like a million games at quarterback. I feel like I was able to win the job in high school my sophomore year, and then I started every game through my senior year of college. So that's 7 years of starting, understanding what the week of preparation looks like, and going through pretty much every concept and run concept that there is. So repetition, mother of all learners, and I've been blessed to have a lot of repetitions in my life. So.
How much did the physical running game help you?
Yeah, it's just like any game. If the big boys on offense and defense, I thought, played extremely well today. Anytime that you're able to do that, it makes things easier for everybody. So I thought they did an outstanding job today.
On the touchdown pass to Deontay, can you just walk us through that play? And obviously it's nothing fancy, but what you saw and how that play unfolded for you.
Yeah, I guess in a sense we're running snag. So checked the flat, had Cole on the snag route, had a corner out by Moon, just kind of high-low in the corner. He gave enough depth where really he was kind of in the middle. I could have probably thrown it to either him or Mooney, but it was enough space. And, focal point this week was, get the ball out of your hands. So it was easy, just especially how he was playing today, get it to him, let him break a tackle, which he did, and that was kind of the extent of it.
How do you describe what Deontay meant today to the entirety of the day?
Yeah, I thought Deontay played out of his mind today. I thought he played extremely well, kind of a little glimpse of some things that he was able to do last year. I know he's itching to get out there and, have a good game just because, like he told us in the locker room, a lot of watching for him this season so far. So it was only a matter of time for he was able to break out and have a good day like today.
You talk about getting the ball out of your hands quickly. Several times you avoided negative plays getting the ball. I think one of the best decisions was you dirted a screen pass when it wasn't open. How much of a focus do you put on that in terms of avoiding the negative plays just to keep moving on to the next play?
Yeah, I feel like that's a staple of how I've always tried to play quarterback, just getting the ball out of your hands, and then just try to combine that with just making really good decisions. I think I got away with in college a lot of times getting the ball to your hands, but also forcing some things just because I was, had that freedom to do so. I think at this level, we're valuing the ball, trying to be +2 in that section like Coach Blues preaches to us every week. So I just kind of had that in the back of my head all week, like, hey, if it's not there, play the next play. End every drive with a kick, which we were able to do today.
Tyson, what did it do for you? What did it mean to you to have all of these parts of the game that you don't control go your way? The offensive line holds up, the defense plays really well, Foreman plays well.
Yeah, I think it means a lot to a lot of people. I think we've been looking for a win here at Soldier Field for a while. So it means, it basically means the world to everyone else when you're able to play well in the trenches, when you're able to control the line of scrimmage, run the ball well, and, stop the other team's run game. I thought it was an outstanding team effort today.
Your first drive in the third quarter, you guys take a lot of time off the clock, you march down and score. What did that do for the sideline? This is a team that hadn't been great at protecting leads, and all of a sudden you build on it and you take a lot of time off.
Yeah, I think it's hard to start fast in the second half when you have such a controlling first half. So I think that was just another one of the focal points. Don't let this be a comeback story at the end of the day. I thought Coach Getsy at halftime, on the whiteboard, able to dial up some outstanding plays that we were looking forward to running in the second half, and I thought we were able to execute a lot of those. I thought the screen was perfect. I thought, still running the ball effectively, getting the ball out of our hands, and taking our shots downfield when we can. So I thought, he dialed up some amazing stuff today.
Remember one or two plays from that drive that he scrubbed down?
Yeah, that screen is one of them. The screen is definitely one of them that stands out, and I think that we couldn't have executed that any better. So, able to come that, it's been on the call sheet for a couple weeks. So for him to have the confidence in, me, the O-line, everybody to execute, kind of a high risk play when you're throwing the ball back across the field. I thought it was great.
Patrick was celebrating after that screen.
Yeah, he'd been waiting for that play to be called. Yeah.
Right before the half, the guys had the shot to Hail Mary. It had been about a 60-yard heap to the end zone. They chose to go with Nate. You think you can get it to the end zone from there about 60?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've got a cannon. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. I think that there was, we're playing in the Windy City. I had one this week that came off my hand a little funny, but, never want to get it twisted. Nate's got a very powerful arm as well. But I like to think that I've got an extremely strong arm, and the ball most definitely would have got there. But it would so with Nate, too. So I had obviously no problem there.
The quarterback sneak, and I think it was the first quarter. What was the strategy on that instead of going straight over the middle, like you were trying to avoid Crosby?
Yeah, I think not necessarily Crosby, although I think our whole game plan was kind of centered around where he was on the field. It was just one of those things where we ran a lot of Q sneaks this year. So being able to sneak it in the B gap, just because they want to take it, they want to take the A gaps away, be able to take a slide step to the right or left, depending on which one looks better, was kind of something we talked about really before the game. Just be ready to execute the Q sneak in the B gap, other than A gap.